Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Lord Enmon's Time to Paint, starring your host Hildegren and paid for by Lord Enmon Kacharan. Today is a new day for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because this is the first actual video that's not going to be interrupted, that's not going to be weird, it's going to have a whole picture in it. And if what I've said is untrue, then I shall be stoned. Literally, not in a euphemistic way. So today, we're going to be drawing a little dude. We're going to be drawing a Techion fella by the name of Sikulo. Where's he? Head shapes. He's an Essicarian, and the Essicarian are sort of bug-like people. They got sort of square heads and weird faces. They're weird little guys. They're peasants, essentially, and they live on gigantic beetles. Well, most of them live on gigantic beetles. Some of them don't, but most of them do. Some Essicarians, like one, I'm probably gonna draw one like they're warrior-ish. They're sort of warlike guys. Because in Techion, in the lay of the land, you kind of have to be to survive if you're gonna stay in one spot and try and really get something going. You know, you have to be warlike. You have to be strong warriors. Because the beastmen approach, and they are not kind. Yeah, I'm not sure about those mouths. Let me pull up. Jamie, can you pull up the Essicarian picture? Yeah, I'm just pulling this up on my other monitor. And they have the Essicarians have their own language too, which further makes things complicated. Okay, there's sort of circles. Okay. I'm going to turn off brush smoothing right now. And incidentally, their language uses the same script as Old Tongue in Collod, because that's a cipher that I made, and I wanted to use it everywhere. And so, you know, you sharp-eyed members of the Hildegren autarky could find that, you know. Are his eyes too small? Let me check. Because I think their eyes are pretty small, actually. Boop, 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 boop. Because they're sort of like bugs themselves, actually. No, that's fine. That's fine. And they've got these weird, like, holes on their necks that are, like, they use them to, like, breathe and, like, talk, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. Adjust. And I'm gonna rotate them just a bit. There we go. But yeah, they're pretty cool little guys. They're sort of, this guy in particular, Sikulo, is a merchant. And he does his merchantry stuff. And for the Techion pictures, I'm using this watercolor brush that Krita has, which is, it's actually pretty cool, honestly. Like, it looks like watercolor. And it, like, functions similar. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. No digital art brush can fully get that traditional feel to it, you know, but it comes pretty dang close. It's got how annoying it is to try and erase it down. It's got that little facet of watercolor culture. You're not down with the watercolor culture? Hmm. Watercolors are fun. I use in my traditional art, I use a watercolor ink, which makes it a lot more fun for me to do. Um, and uh, and yeah, it comes in little bottles, and you don't have to like mix it or any. Well, you do mix it obviously, but you don't have to put like the water in. There we go. Get a bit lighter here, and just sort of get some white in here, sort of lighten that. Hmm. And Krita also has this, which makes things nice. It's like it's a Q-tip, so that you can really like blend things with the watercolor, which is really handy. Of course, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is the first real like episode. Whoever's watching this, I'm glad if you watched the other one, I'm glad you liked it. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, then okay, whatever. That's your opinion, man. I respect that. I respect you, the audience, because without you, well, I'm not nothing, but my creative pursuits are not much. Because that's something I'm gonna get controversial again here. That's what this is. This show is for, my hot takes. People, art has become like a weird, in my view, in my stupid view. It is stupid. Um, Art has become weirdly selfish, especially like online. It's become selfish, weirdly so. And it's like I do art for myself and not for you. Like that's not the point of art. The point of art is not the making of art. It's what you make, and it's for the viewer, in my opinion. In my opinion, of course. And I'm stupid. Of course, so don't take anything I say seriously. And don't bring me up on charges for this either, because I will not defend myself. I do not care that much about what I say. So don't bring up the receipts of me saying this. Please. Because that'll make me feel very bad. And I'll be very sad. And you'll be so mean. I'll be so mean to me. Boop, boop, boop. They got like a little lightness in there. Boop. Yeah, there we go. Their eyes are just they don't have their eyes are like white canonically. I'm gonna put in some skin folds here. Like some whoopsie. Oopsie daisies. I need to whoops, sorry for getting so close to the light. I need to get some nice I need to get a lighter. Like a lighter. I think Sikulo is a bit old. Is he old? Hmm. Oh, light. The thing is, the lighter I get it, it gets weird. If I just go directly from the original color that I'm using for this, it gets weird. Let's see, some skin texture, some that, some like wrinkly folds. It's gotta be faint. I don't want it to be too like detailed. And then it's because it's watercolor, and that's the reason I'm using watercolor. There we go. That's nice. Man, that's pretty good. I dig that. I dig it. Let me get some of that in there and get that brush feel going again. Because I like the feel of the brush. Like, I like how it looks. Like that texture sort of thing. I dig it. I dig the texture. I mean, that's the whole reason why I use it. For the texture. Oh, yeah. That's a good look. That's a good look for our boy. One sec. Let me find a picture of him. Techion is a weird world. Um, because it's one of the generally when I make like stories and stuff, I pardon the ums. I I try to figure out every detail and like make a nice framework for it, you know? Techion, I specifically didn't do that so that it's like completely hazy at the edges, so that it's like anything could happen, sort of that sort of thing. Um, like it's open ended, sort of, for me. Um, and yeah, that's the thing about it. That's why it's fun, honestly. It's I everything else, of course, all my other creating all my other stuff is fun too. I mean, it's not always fun, but it's fun. It's fun pretty much most of the time, I'd say. Um, but Techion is really fun because I don't have any like I don't have to abide by anything. And some people will be like, "Well, you don't have to abide by anything in the other ones. It's your world." And it's like, no, it's not. It's not how it works. You have to make rules for things. You can't just if you're gonna have an effective like story, in my opinion, of course. I mean, this is just my opinion, and once again, I'm telling you, this is just my opinion, and I'm dumb. Um, for really effective storytelling, you gotta have you gotta have rules. There's got to be rules to it. Um, like Colot is there's a lot of rules. And does that make it worse? No, it makes it better. Because there's a framework, there's a real thing to it. You know? I don't know. I think I say too much, probably. I think I say a lot of things too much. Say too much. I know that for sure. Which is a real faux pas in the business. So my madre, mater, I don't know. I don't know how to address her, but she said, you gotta stop saying the ums. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. She knows a lot more about public speaking than I do. She knows a lot more about everything than I do, pretty much. Um, Aside from some things. I know more about medieval history. So that's a victory for me. Hmm. That's pretty good. Now I'm gonna go over it with another layer because it's a dark hat. It's a dark colored hat. I love his hat because it's like, is it? No, I think it's good. There we go. If I need to, I'll just go over it with the Q-tip. I might actually just go over with the Q-tip right now. Hmm. Nah, I don't think so. That texture is fine for skin. That like more that smoother texture, but I like the way that the watercolor brush works with the like leather sort of texture that I got going on this hat. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I dig it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Perfect. Perfect. Well, not perfect. Nothing can be perfect, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now the inside. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. All right. That's good. I like how it looks kind of like sewn, like the way that the different brushes overlap with each other, the different brush strokes, makes it look like it's sewn leather, which is what it is, in a manner of speaking. Now he's got like these little symbols on it. Whoops. Sort of like that. Maybe I'll do that on a different layer, actually. Whoop! And I think they're like a little... I'm not sure if they're thread or like what they are. But they're Assyrian. The Assyrian language. Or maybe they just like talismans. Good luck. Good luck, Charlie. Talismans. Gonna put in a bit of shading on them. Put in a bit of light. Gotta do those sound effects, man. You gotta. You gotta. If you don't, the painting won't work. It won't work, literally. I mean, I'm not leading you astray here. You can't paint without sound effects. It's literally impossible. Like, you go and try and paint and you're like, sound effects are for children. The paint won't flow onto your brush. It won't. It's impossible. There we go. That's nice. That's got a nice look to it. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to do a little string here. Whoops. Wrong layer. And then... Well, I'm retconning that to being string. Because I say so. It was originally like some sort of... It was originally like some sort of wire. But I don't know if I dig that. Like a wire. I'll just do it. I'll just make it so that it does that. Because in the original Techion draft, it looked like that. Just adding a bit of shading to the lines. Advanced tactics. Advanced tactics. These are just little silver things. Little silver things that he has on him. Because Sikulo is a merchant. And he's a good friend of Techion, who is the main character of the world. Well, of the story. And of the story set in the world. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if his hat's too... I wonder if I made his hat too thin. It's pretty thin. It's pretty thin in the original Scourges. Yeah, I think it's fine. Alright, now for the body. Now, Sikulo is a pretty stout little dude, and his race is a stout race. You know what I'm saying? They're thick. They're thick folk. They're short. They got a bunch of arms, which is pretty cool, you know? If you're into that sort of thing. I'm just gonna merge these layers. So yeah, they got a bunch of arms. Yeah, they got 4 arms. They're kind of like as far as, tracing back the genetic sort of lineage of my work. I hate saying work, you know what I'm saying? I hate saying work. It makes me sound like I'm so pretentious. I mean, I am pretentious, but not intentionally. I'm pretentious like every 17-year-old is pretentious, you know? We're all in this together, folks. We're all stupid. Whoa. That looks so crisp with that line. Oh my gosh. Let's get a zoom in on that. The way that looks, that it looks like a literal like crinkle, like a wrinkle in him. That is good. That is some good stuff. I really appreciate that. That looks like a wrinkle. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Sikulo looks like he's a freaking anti-smoking ad. Don't smoke, or you'll end up like me with a dang hole in your neck. I'm not sure about that wrinkle anymore. I'm gonna try and edit that out. He has holes in his neck, but all his race does. They're all chain smokers. That's so gross, you know. That you can get holes in your neck from smoking, or is it from smoking, or is it like the treatment for it? I don't know. It's wacky. It's wacky. Of course, smoking is cool. So I mean, that outweighs the consequences by a million, 1,000-fold, right? I'm not being serious, of course. You know this. I hate smoking. It's grody. Sorry to all my smoking listeners who smoke. But come on, you know what's it is cool looking though. And that's why people do it. Okay. Enough of my platitudinizing. Let's give him a nice little sort of he's got like a little sash here. Boop, 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 boop. And it goes to about there. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. That's an actual sash. Not like the Tunneladian sash, which is not really a sash at all. I mean, it is a sash. Some of it, sometimes it's a sash. Sometimes it's just a baldric, which is a different thing. I didn't know that when I first invented it and called it a sash. But yeah, the baldric. Be careful, folks. If you call something a sash, you might be being wrong, like me. Baldric. That's just begging for me to say a joke about it, but that would be inappropriate. This is an all ages show. But if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying here, right? Folks at home, if you're watching this with your children, which currently I doubt you are, I doubt anyone's watching this with their children right now, or when I first released this video out into the wild, I don't think anyone's going to be watching with their children. But if you are, put something else on, please. I'm not up to the task of raising your children. Or like giving them something. Man, I don't know how to do the folds with the with that. So I'm just gonna do it on here. That's better. Yeah. Clothing folds, I love drawing them. I'm not the best at it, of course. I'm not the best at pretty much anything that I do, but I like it. And of course, if I found out that it was like a common thing for people to enjoy, I would stop doing it because I don't want to be some sort of nerd who likes what other people like. That's gross. Come on. Gosh. But I like it. Let's see. Bloater. Oh, those arms are too small. Maybe their like lower set of arms is smaller than the other one. That makes sense, in a manner of speaking. Yow 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 yow. I'm a painting man, and I'm painting a picture on a screen. Isn't that cool? Come on, guys, isn't that cool? Sorry for my little song. I should save that for the next hot Hildegren and Company show, which is going to be called Musical Moments with Hildegren. I'm not joking. I plan on doing that, like on like a variety show. I mean, because I can play the dulcimer. You might not know this, ladies and gentlemen, but I can play the dulcimer, and it's an obscure instrument, of course, which is perfect for me, right? I'm a poser. There we go. What do we think about that? Let's get rid of that. Let's get sort of ease that in. That's better. That's better. Let's see. And then he's got sort of an over-the-shoulder thing. Maybe we make that like gray. What do you think? Sort of like... Actually, it's sort of like... And then... Cassiopeia. Well... Nobody realizes that Cassiopeia has P in its name, you know? Or I feel like nobody realizes that. Not enough people realize that, for sure. We named the thing... What is it? What is Cassiopeia? Isn't she like a mythological character? I think so. There we go. That's cool. That's a good look. Guess it's time that you went for a walk. And just like a fictional character from a place they called America. Oh man, I hope that doesn't get copyright struck or whatever. Whatever YouTubers are always complaining about. They're always complaining, man. They're always complaining, I swear. YouTube did this, YouTube did that. Yeah, I get it. I know, man. I know the struggle. Well, I don't know the struggle, but I know what the struggle is. But, like, you know what, Napoleon? You can leave! First Napoleon Dynamite reference on the show. Mark it down in your calendars, please, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, because it is the first of probably many. I'm a big fan of Napoleon Dynamite. A big fan. Big fan. I used to watch it every night. I can quote some parts of it perfectly. From memory. Same with The Princess Bride. Both of those are very good movies. Man, I almost called them shows. That would have been silly. Princess Bride show. Ugh, man. That would suck. That would suck if it was made like in the modern day, because, you know, down just pointed earth, everything stinks. Not everything. a lot of things though. Netflix is like, we're making a Princess Bride show. Ugh. Blah. I was gonna cancel my Netflix subscription, honestly. Like, literally, but it's my family, so I can't really do much. All I can say is that when I'm an adult, I'm not gonna watch Netflix. Once again, betraying my Zoomer status. I'm sorry, everybody. I really didn't. If I had a choice, I wouldn't have been born a Zoomer. Zoomer, Doomer, PP, Poomer, etc., etc., and on and on. Rehash. Yeah, that's good. He looks like a simple peasant, which is what he is. He's a dang. All of them are all of the Exicarians are peasants. Okay, that's just their culture. It's a cultural thing. They live on the land, and I'm not knocking peasants either. I like peasants. I'm peasant. I've got peasant stock in my blood because I'm half Irish, half French Canadian, which means pretty much nothing. I mean, to me at least. We don't. I don't know. French. Ugh. Ugh. Being part French. Being even like a quarter French. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's enough to curdle my skin, boil my blood. But in a more general sense, I am just white. I understand if that means you can't keep following. I'm joking. No, I'm not. I hate you. Go away. Anyway, this is nice. This is pretty good so far. He's got like his rough little shift on. Um, ooh. Hey, that line art looks pretty fresh. Um, let's see. He's got his ooh, ooh, consume product. I was thinking about ads. Like ads since the whole vid thing. You know, I'm not gonna say its whole name because you know what I'm talking about. Ads are just stank as a whole. I mean, ads stink, but not. Whatever. I'm not gonna talk about corporate stuff right now. This is a safe space from that garbage that every day we have to deal with. No politics. No politics here. If anyone tries to put politics here, I'll kill them. I will literally. No, I can't say that. I will ban them from living. That's not good. The whole group, please. Move them up. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Because I want to get in his feeties. There's a little. There's a few spots of color over here. Well, guess what, idiot? Boop, 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 boop. Layer. Transform. Uh, transform all layers. Well, I guess I can't do that. Whatever. I like the little imperfections in the in this method, sort of. The little like things. He's gonna have a pink belt, like a weirdly pink belt. Why, you ask? Well, wait, maybe it should be a rope. Maybe it should be like a rope, like a corded rope. Yeah. Let me tell you, rope can be hard to draw sometimes, or hard to figure out how to draw. A lot of things aren't hard to draw. They're just hard to figure out how to draw, you know? That probably sounds stupid to people who don't get it. But, like, hands aren't hard to draw. They're hard to figure out how to draw. Once you figure out how you draw hands and how they look good, you know, how you can make them look good, then they're not hard to draw. It's just the figuring out process that's tricky. That probably sounds pretentious and stupid. But I don't care. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I dig that. And this like little shift that he's wearing is what is. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check the reference. It's not really a reference. Man, we're making good time here. It's only been like half an hour or so. Whoopsie. Wrong place. Boo boop 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 boo. Let's see. Yeah, he's got like this shift that goes down here. Impersonal virtually. We make it easy for you. Malcolm in the Middle on Amazon Prime. You can only watch via the service of IMDb TV. And it has ads. And recently, it made a little deal with H&R Block to do less ads, but to always play H&R Block ads at certain points. So I have an H&R Block ad stuck in my head, and it works. You know, their advertising worked on me, and I hate that. I hate that they won, and they're now in my brain. They're living in there. You know? They won. They're in my head. His shift is kind of, it's not really a shift. I guess it's more like I don't know, a smock. I don't know. Some dumb word. It's kind of dirty looking, which I like. It's like, it's weird, it's wrinkled, it's unkempt, and that's the whole vibe I'm going for here. Yeah. And I'm gonna... He's got like a little thing on it. So I'm gonna do that in actually like an orange, like this sort of weird orange. It's like a... Not entirely sure what it means. He hasn't told me yet. Typical. They never tell me things when I want to know them. They only tell me them when I don't. It's uncomfortable. It's a bad relationship. They're so rude. I am, of course, joking. I don't actually have a relationship with these characters. They're not real. I'm just saying that so that I don't get thrown in the loony bin again. Yeah, he's got that little thing. Is that how we want to play it? Like that? Or maybe we cut it up. And make it like a stitched thing. In person or virtual. Bird! Stupid H&R Block ad. Messing my head up. Messing with my head. I tell you. Let me shoot, 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 shoot. It's gonna be close here, ladies and gents, but it's gonna not look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Right? Yeah, that's not bad. Hmm. Mm. No, I think it's good. It's like it's sewn on. And I will make it more clear of that. That's good. That's good. I like that. Okay. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to do his arms. They're just going to be sort of lying at his side. But let's see. They got three fingers. Boo 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 boo. Getting them fingers in. There we go. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Put a few wrinkles in. Let me fix that up just a bit. That's better. Whoop. Yeah. Knuckles. Let me get rid of that thumb there. That thumb was annoying me. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. They've got real little arms. Um, as you can see. Like little upper arms and long lower arms, you know? Yeah. Man, that's bad. I might have to just... I'm gonna do it. This is the laziest thing that I do. If you're a fledgling artist out there and you are looking at this video, and for some godforsaken reason, are trying to, like, oh, never mind. Don't do this. Don't do what I've just done. Ever. Ever, ever, never, never, never. 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 Never, never, ever, ever, ever. It is lazy. And all you will get from it is a fleeting nothingness. But really what I'm doing is concept art, so it's not as egregious as it could be. Boop boop. There we go. And now we just put in the color. Sorry folks, my eyes itching. Lol. Can't do that. I'm kind of worried about going too long, you know? Like making the show too long right now. Because, like, the other one was like 47 minutes, and it didn't even get everything. You know? But, I don't know. It's a silly worry, of course. Every worry is a silly worry. Pretty much. From my point of view, of course. Which is a dumb one, probably. Based on my own thoughts and opinions and stuff. Which is what opinions are, I guess, you know, your own thoughts. In person or virtually, we make it easy for you. Ah, bad. Bad, bad, bad. That one was really bad. Express on your phone. Ah, man, it's infected me. Literally, it's infected me. And I'm sorry for that pretty long period of me not talking at all. I was just meditating on some stuff. Just thinking on things. Thinking on things. Think about things like a walk in the park. Things. Dark things like a sailboat ride. Yeah, yeah. What about the night we cried? Sorry, I'm doing that voice. I'm doing that intentionally, ladies and gentlemen. I can sing pretty well. I mean, not pretty well. I mean, not badly. But I'm doing that voice cracky thing for comedic effect. Just need you to know that. Okay, let's smooth that up a little bit. That's better. Post down. Get it out. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Let's make it a little worse. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna lighten this up a bit. That's better. That's better. Not so severe. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. We can continue to the next level. After this, there's just his legs to do, which will be easy. Hi.
What you doing?
Recording.
Oh.
My apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. got nice arms. Yeah, they got really short upper arms. What do you call an upper arm? What is like the I don't know what the like correct name for an upper arm is. Biceps? No, that's the muscle. But they got really short upper arms and then really long lower arms, like bugs. Their whole thing is like they're kind of bug-like. They're the bug men. Well, if you know, you know. Anyway, yeah, there's his arms. I think pretty well. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay, let me just trim up the. This is where I went out of the lines because they don't want that. We don't want color outside the lines. Okay. Well, I totally just made a gigantic mistake there, ladies and gents. I've been working on the wrong layer, which if you are a digital artist, you know how it feels. So I'm not going to correct that right now because that'll be a waste of time. Blah. That's bad. Let me try and fix that. That's not great. It's not great that I've been working on the wrong layer here. Because then at the end of time I can't do this and show how different it looks. Okay. Alright. Those are his arms. Now for his little legs. Because he's a stumpy fella. And we're gonna use the paint layer for what it's actually meant to be used for. Yeah. Nice. Is that better? There we go. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm just gonna try and speed run this here because we're pretty far along in time, and I want it to be like an hour, like the actual meat and potatoes of the video to be about an hour long. Ooh, this color is good for them legs. My random leg, honestly. Let me shade up. There we go. That's better. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I could carve a piece off this hunk of meat. Ladies, you know what I'm saying here. Speed run. I don't know what speedrunners use. Probably something to the tune of cheating. I think speedrunning is cool, but also weird. You're not really playing the game. Like, I mean, you're not playing the game as it was meant to be played. Which, I mean, that's GameStop power to the players, right? But, I don't know. You're just playing the game's code, not the game. A friend of mine once said that. That was what speedrunners did. But I swore I would never mention her on the show. There we go. That's not bad. Yeah, look at him. Look at our boy. I'd say he's looking pretty fresh. Let's see. 6 minutes. What do his shoes look like? He's just got bare feet. Okay, that makes it easier and harder at the same time, because feeties are kind of hard to draw. But I am up to the challenge, I think. They don't have, like, nails. The Sicarians don't. They just got toes. And big ones, too. Wow, I was like worried about that, and it just, bam. Okay, that's heartening that I can just draw toes. Feet, that's the thing. Per the other episode's discussion about like hands and stuff, and how people say the hands are so hard. Yeah, at times. But you know what's really hard? Forward-facing feet. For me, at least. That was the greatest struggle. I never drew feet forward-facing. Ever. I always drew it over to the side, you know? And I was like, this is healthy. I can do this forever. But it really wasn't. It's not a good way to do it. I mean, it's a good way if you're not I'm not a serious artist, but it's a good way if you are young, and that's all you can do. And if you're not going to do it, and if you can't, since you can't do it right, you're not going to do art at all. Well, that's not good. It's not a good trade. Of course, if you mean to do it seriously, you can't do that, man. You can't. You simply cannot. Because it doesn't look good. Of course, what am I saying? I don't know stuff about anything. Okay? Especially not about art. I know nothing about it. Don't pull up the receipts, please, of this video or any of my videos if I talk about art. I know nothing. I know nothing, Jon Snow. All I do is do it. I'm not an art critic. I'm not in the art scene, and I never will be because I don't feel like it. That's not my vibe, man. It's not my vibe. Okay, so these feet were a little rushed, and there's one last thing we're going to do. It's a sort of a vague color, but that's on the original ref, and wow, that's him. That's Sikulo. Or it's sort of pronounced Sikulo properly, but since Tekion has sort of a speech impediment, he just says Sikulo. He just says Sikulo. He speaks, because Tekion speaks in Wanderlish, which is just a bastardization of English. But yeah, here he is. Sikulo. In the flesh. And I'm just going to write his name down here in his trademark sort of brown. Whoops. Should I use the border hoarder? No. Sikulo. Let's put it on the other side, actually. Sikulo. Let's move it down. Maybe put it in like a little box here. Boop. Yeah. That's the whole ball of wax. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Lord Enmon Kacharan's Time to Paint with your host Hildegrin, and I hope to see you next time. Till then, goodbye.